Well, we jump into kind of our last of our offering for this online sale here, showpig.com on September 19th. Got a little bit of a younger litter of crosses, but we wanted to offer them because these are out of one of the most faithful sows on the farm, if you want to call it that. These are buckle up, unmatched, sky's the limit. That particular sow would be a litter mate to Uncaged that was there at Showtime, and there will not, there was more than 3 pigs in the litter. The rest of them are gilts, and they will not be offered for lease or for sale from that regard. But the Dash 3 hog is kind of the blue belted one there that wants to chew on the boot. Dash 3 hog, and he would be lot 33. Dash 4 would be the blue mast one, and then lot 35, 12-5 would be the predominantly black one.
Well, it looks like the black one ate 2 of the blue ones. This little pig right here, this little blue belted deal is, I mean, he is not very big, but he is a very neat pig. I mean, just enough of his baby fat left on him yet to kind of see. Just enough bloom. He's square underneath as he goes to the surface, and if you don't like his head and neck, then you probably just don't like good-looking pigs, I guess. But his proportions and his upper lines are very, very good. Time and feed's going to tell on that one, but that one's got a chance at being something pretty special. The blue mast hog is kind of a neat marked hog, and man, that thing's hip and hit the top of his hip, and as you view him from the side, I mean, that thing's very square. His tail head comes right out the top side of his hip there. Head and neck tie high, stout skulled. Certainly a big legged hog as you watch him go right directly away from you. And then you got the giant in there in terms of the one that probably weighs as much as the other 2 do combined. Mr. Midnight here, being solid black, is a flexible hog, head and neck tie high there again, a hog that's loose and pliable in the center portion of his body. Maybe just because he is solid black, maybe just not maybe quite as sharp and edgy as the other 2, I'd say, but practical in terms. And I know that can kind of sound as a bad word sometimes. But very, very good pig. And the nice thing about some of these solid black pigs, especially as we get into the Southwest, you're dealing with some classes and some breed divisions where they've separated these hogs out and made their own division. And I think that just adds to the marketability of these hogs.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. We understand that maybe we're a little ahead of maybe offering a couple of these, but we did want to offer them because we do think that they're darn sure quality. Lots of faith in this particular sow, and as these things grow and mature, they will just get heavier in terms of their feature and more tough built at the surface. That's just how that sow just reads and does it every time. Again, the Dash 5 hog, I think Brett nailed him from that perspective. One that's definitely going to keep you out of the ditch, but then still has a lot of extras to go with it from a look and a balance standpoint. He's still stout featured. He still has hair. He still has proportionality from the side, and as you see him, he's very comfortable there at the surface. The blue mast one, I think, is one that definitely hits you as a swing for the fence type at this particular size. He's long fronted, he's short sided, and he's big in his upper pin and his upper hip, if you will. He's got a big fat arm for relative to his size. I think his bones probably are probably 2/3 of his weight. I think a bear that definitely feeds to a later date, but one that I think that you can be pretty confident with his indicators. And then the little blue one, another one that is really, really neat to look at. And as you study him, he's got a big chest floor relative to size. His rib cage is huge, and it looks like it's all just about to work its way up and back, as he matures on feed. An absolutely dynamite built one, in my opinion, just from a hip and hind leg standpoint. Again, lots of faith in this particular sow. We're maybe a little bit ahead of the game in terms of offering these, but we're only going to have 2 sales this fall and wanted to put these on because we thought they were darn sure quality and have a lot of faith there. So we're going to run our power female in here at the end, but again, these are buckle up, unmatched, sky's the limit. Their mother would be a litter mate to Uncaged. That was at Showtime Sires.